Hey everybody, this is a quick video, a request. Some of you don't know how to upload your projects and your code to GitHub, and we were using GitHub for desktop, which kind of makes it easy. So I just wanted to do a quick video on how to upload something to GitHub with GitHub for desktop. Actually, we're going to use both GitHub and GitHub for desktop. So I have this little project here called calculator. It's a simple calculator, which I'm going to put a video up soon on how to build it. Let's just open it up. And there it is, simple calculator. It works, blah, blah, blah. What we're going to do first is go to GitHub for desktop. That was a different repository that I have since moved. So while in GitHub for desktop, you're going to go to File, New Repository, and it's going to ask for a repository name. I'm going to call mine calculator because that's what I'm uploading. And I'm going to call it a simple calculator. All right, so from the local path, let me go back. The local path here, you have to choose where your project is living. And mine is on my desktop in a folder called calculator right there, right? So I open up this folder and you can initialize with a README. I'm not going to. A README is just like a simple text document where you give like information about your project, and it'll show up on GitHub as verification that it's actually been pushed up. Create a repository. Computer's about to die. Okay, so now you can publish the repository. It's going to ask you some of the same questions. What's really important for you to remember is to uncheck this box. Keep this code private. If you keep it checked, it's not going to be able to be found. If someone looks for your stuff, even if you look for your stuff, you won't be able to edit it. You won't be able to pull it down or anything because it'll be private. So you can publish the repository. Oh, I'm sorry. I already have an account called Calculator. See, I already have an app on my account called Calculator, so I'm going to call this simple calculator with, call it JS, because the other one was made in Swift. So just publish this repository. Pushing it up, doing all that good stuff. So in the meantime, you can go to your browser and go to GitHub. This is my GitHub account. It has all my repositories over here, as you can see. Let me make it a little bigger. There's a couple of ways you can get to your repositories. You can just show more, and it shows all of your repositories here. You can go up here to this little drop down where it says your repositories. You can click it there. I like to do it that way because it kind of pulls it up like this, and I'm looking for this little color bubble here. That bubble tells you the type of code file that's inside of that repository. So these are all JavaScript files, but I have some CSS, some HTML, and a lot of them are actually Swift because that's what I code in a bunch. So if you go to simple calculator with JS, you see there's no little color bubble here. So that's telling me that the code is not actually in the file, which I don't know why it does that, because when I push it up with Swift, oh, actually, I think maybe it's because I initialized it on my Mac in Xcode already. But when I push it up with Swift, it automatically pushes it up there. So, um, anyway, how we fix that is we go to the repository, which what we clicked into, and it looks like this. It has a Git attributes, and if you did a README, the README would be there as well. But I didn't do a README. I didn't initialize with a README. So you're going to go to upload files, and then it's going to ask you to choose the file. So you just go back to your calculator folder, which it has created a repository here. You highlight the file that you want to bring over. You can hold down Shift to highlight more than one file, and then you click open. It's going to upload both of those files. And then don't forget to commit the changes. It's going to process the files. Cool, now you see that you've added the files. They're there. And if you go back there, now it has the HTML right there. So I actually did this with JavaScript. I just put the JavaScript file inside the HTML file. I didn't create a separate JS file, which is probably why it's showing up like so. So that is it. That's how you upload your code to GitHub via GitHub with Desktop, as well as GitHub in the cloud as well. So I hope that helps.